coincidence that praise and worship is structured like the Davidic temple. I call it the Davidic temple because it was his idea. Solomon built it. Mm-hmm. If you look at the temple, you had the outer courts, or the courts of the Gentiles, where everybody could be. Mm-hmm. Anybody could be. Mm-hmm. But the closer you got to the Holy of Holies, the less people that were able to attend.
Good grief.
You even had the holy place. You were close to the spot of the Ark of the Covenant, but you weren't in. There had to be specific criteria for you to be
break it down
in the presence of the Almighty.
Good.
I'll say that again. There had to be specific criteria for you to be in the presence of God. And if you did not meet that criteria, you died.
Point blank.
So we start with the definition of worship. I looked it up and I found two definitions. Reverent honor and homage paid to God or a sacred personage, or to any object regarded as sacred. Then the second one says adoring reverence or regard. These two definitions talk about two different levels of worship. And you don't think there's levels of worship, but there actually is. One, respect or reverence. That's giving honor or esteem, showing regard. You understand who God is and you show him reverence. But then there's the second level, and we've talked about it all day, and that's relationship.
Yes.
In the relationship, there's a connection, association, or involvement. Now, in a relationship, let me step back a little bit. In the respect factor, you don't have to necessarily take a back seat. You understand who God is. You pay him homage. You read the word. You say what the word is. You say what's about him. But you don't necessarily have to take a back seat. But when there's a relationship, if anybody's ever been in a love relationship, you have to step back. It's not about you. It's all about him. And it's only about him.
Only.
And because you placed him above yourself, then he says, okay, I honor that. Let me share a little bit of me about you. Let me share a little bit of myself with you. Relationship is stronger than the respect mode only because it includes the respect nature, but it takes it a little bit further. God, you're wonderful. God, you're glorious. God, you're lovely. It's different from, God, you're the greatest thing that ever happened to me.
Yes.
I was way back there with respect, but with relationship.
I'm up close. I'm up close and personal.
Jesus.
The scripture that says, early in the morning will I seek him. There's a difference between being at the feet of Jesus and being in his face.
Yeah.
When you hear him at his feet, you could get it misinterpreted. But when you're in his face, you're not missing a word.